Welcome to the 60th award ceremony of the Northern Burlington FFA Chapter. We'll start by introducing this year's officer team. Our historian, Jake Quinton. Our sentinel, Nick Lewis.
I'm the son of a third-generation farmer.
Our reporter, Heather Infante.
I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver.
Our treasurer, Nick Brewer.
Chubby looking 5 miles an hour. On my
Our executive committee member, Kayleen Kolash.
3 miles of cars.
Our secretary, Jake Dotson.
Falling on deaf ears of corn.
Our vice president, Emily Sadlon.
Behind me like a big parade.
And our president, Abby Goodenough.
Shouting obscene words, flipping me the bird.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 to 2020 Northern Burlington FFA officer team. The banquet hall will come to order. We are now holding the 60th award ceremony of the Northern Burlington FFA Chapter. Madam Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they are at their stations, and report back to you, Madam President. This sentinel.
Stationed by the door.
Your duties there.
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the president in maintaining order.
The reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to the Virgin Islands and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The treasurer.
Stationed at the Emblem, Washington.
Your duties there.
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage our thrift among the members and strive to build up our financial standing through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country as he is financially independent.
The executive committee member.
Stationed by the chapter activities calendar.
Your duties there.
It is my duty to inform all members of the various events, activities, and opportunities available through the FFA. I encourage school choice students to be an active part of our chapter membership and encourage member involvement in various community service projects, fundraisers, and school activities.
The secretary.
Stationed by the ear of corn.
Your duties there.
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I am asked to advise you from time to time as the need arises. I hope that my advice is always based on true knowledge and ripened with wisdom. Madam Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Madam President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. The secretary will call the roll of members.
There are numerous members and guests present, Madam President.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here? To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member should possess. May we accomplish our purposes, I now declare this awards ceremony of the Northern Burlington FFA Chapter duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may properly be presented. Good evening, FFA members, families, friends, and guests. On behalf of the entire officer team, I welcome you to the 60th Annual Northern Burlington FFA Awards Ceremony and our first ever virtual one. Our members have been hard at work this year, so this night is dedicated to recognizing this year's achievements, as well as those who have made the year possible. We appreciate each of you and are grateful for your continuous support. With that being said, let's kick off our 2019 to 2020 Northern Burlington FFA Awards Ceremony. At this time, I would like to welcome Jake Dotson, our secretary, to introduce our supporters.
It is my pleasure to introduce the following guests. Dr. Sally Lopez, Northern Burlington High School Principal. Mr. Matthew Conowitz, Director of Instructor for Agri-Science at Northern Burlington. Owen Donnelly, 2019-2020 New Jersey FFA State Vice President. James Saruda, Northern Burlington Superintendent.
FFA is structured as a degree program which rewards active members for progress in all phases of leadership, skills, and occupational development. Members of the Middle School FFA Chapter are eligible to receive the Discovery degree. The first degree at the high school level is the Green Hand degree. Members receiving this degree have demonstrated knowledge of the history of agriculture and the FFA and learn what the FFA Creed means. Will Lexi Anger please join me at the podium to present the Creed?
The FFA Creed by E.M. Tiffany. I believe in the future of agriculture, with a faith born not of words, but of deeds. Achievements won by the present and past generations of agriculturalists, in the promise of better days through better ways. Even as the better things we now enjoy have come to us from the struggles of former years. I believe that to live and work on a good farm, or to be engaged in other agricultural pursuits, is pleasant as well as challenging, for I know the joys and discomforts of agricultural life, and hold an inborn fondness for those associations which even in hours of discouragement, I cannot deny. I believe in leadership from ourselves and respect from others. I believe in my own ability to work efficiently and think clearly, with such knowledge and skill as I can secure, and in the ability of progressive agriculturalists to serve our own and the public interest in producing and marketing the product of our toil. I believe in less dependence on begging and more power in bargaining, in the life abundant and enough honest wealth to help make it so for others as well as myself, in less need of charity and more of it when needed, in being happy myself and playing square with those whose happiness depends upon me. I believe that American agriculture can and will hold true to the best traditions of our national life, and that I can exert an influence in my home and community, which will stand solid for my part in that inspiring task. Thank you.
This year, we had 134 applications for Green Hand degrees. So will those who have earned this degree come forward to receive their certificate? Green Hand recipients: Josh Albanese, Guadalupe Alvarez, Kaina Ames, Bailey Anderson, Catherine Anderson, Giovanni Angeletta, Gabriela Aquino, Haley Archibald, Bianco Arroyo, Elia Ares, Angelina Bartolini, Jake Benny, Joshua Barganza, Kiera Brent, Mason Buckaloo, Kennedy Cannon, Madison Cassidy, Miranda Seaman-Lodsky, Sarah Casalero, Julia Cottrell, Olivia Cranmer, Colin Cregan, Ethan Santeri, Sophia Cuniglio, Victoria D'Imperio, Christian Doria, Paige Davenport, Alyssa Derbobin, Navia Dingle, Nyla Dingle, Grace Dougherty, Orvin Dominiques, Emily Drum, Daisha Edwards, Thomas Edwards, Patrick Emmerich, Genesis Erazo, Anna Espinadola, Olivia Evans, Jessica Fell, Natasha Figuerosa, Avery Ford, Kylie Galena, David Geibel, Vishita Galupi, Logan Giovanelli, Jacob Grigioni, Darlene Galang, Destiny Gonzalez, Axel Guzman, Vincent Guzman, Tracy Ha, Danielle Hartman, Marcus Heidel, Kimberly Hernandez, Ethan Hirstein, Joshua Hoover, Carly Horner, Courtney Hoffman, Caitlin Engling, Carlos Jaquinid, Taylor Johnson, Talia Jones, Joey Katona, Alexis Klotz, Gage Coe-Taylor, Dylan Kerfis, Aubrey Lewis, Mark Liedka, Sierra Looney, Robert Lucas, Maddox Medea, Cassandra Meisher, Bahari Masori, Chalia Leslie Mason, Abby Masters, Chiamaka Mbachu, Annalie McHarrison, Jada McPherson, Zachary Maliz, Maggie Moffett, Nina Monteplano, Emily Moore, Shayla Moore, Cecilia Morfin Quiros, Victor Mushinsi, Ashley Norwood, John Novak, Jordan Novak, Caden Odry, Olivia Okerson, Kristen Pallermini, Avion Palmer, Jasmine Parhan, Kelsey Rambo, Danielle Reinish, Marissa Ridgway, Kim Rowland, Atalik Ramona, Aaron Rose, Adam Sadlon, Sophia Saganowski, Jan Samidi, Sana Samuel, Riley Sanchez, Liam Salchuk, Haley Shorts, Taylor Shillings, Carly Smith, Vivian Smith, Sencha Solarbot, Marty Solis, Alex Soto, David Soto, Bailey Steveson, Braden Strack, Jeremy Swiderski, Kendall Taunton, Madeline Tucilio, Varun Vadati, Alana Van Heist, Rain Valentes, Valera Vasquez Concepcion, Wade Jaden, Corey Walton, Braden Walulak, Brendan Ward, Hannah Ward, Riley Weekly, Chase Wharton, Niall Yilmaz, Sean Zavacki, and Angelo Zepador. Congratulations.
FFA members can earn degrees as they progress through the phases of their leadership, academic, and career skills development. The Green Hand degree is awarded to members who are enrolled in agricultural education and have a satisfactory plan for a supervised agricultural experience program. They are also required to learn and explain the FFA Creed, motto, salute, and FFA mission statement. They must demonstrate knowledge of the FFA emblem, colors, code of ethics, and the proper use of the FFA jacket. Many members were bestowed this bronze award. However, only one can be selected as our Star Green Hand. This recipient has ambitious plans for their supervised agricultural experience program and has demonstrated strong leadership qualities. The selected recipient attended State Green Hand Conference and even won creed speaking at State Convention this year. Congratulations, Lexi Enger. We encourage you to continue in your FFA journey and to strive for your Golden Key State degree. We hope that you will continue to reach for the highest degrees available in the FFA. Congratulations, and I am so proud of you.
The chapter degree is the highest degree a chapter can bestow on its members. Recipients have received the Green Hand degree, completed a minimum hours of agricultural education, developed a supervised agricultural experience, and participated in the planning and implementation of chapter meetings. Recipients are Emily Adams, Hannah Alexander, Sarah Ashmore, Kaylee Beisman, Emma Bikiwi, Nick Brewer, Richard Brown-Luden, Mason Kleiber, Kale Dexuver, Larissa Dodson, Avery Elliott, Lexi Enger, Nicole Forelli, Tim Hagar, Janine Harris, Mackenzie Hartman, Rihanna Haynes, Kendall Hendrick, Guy Hendrickson, Ethan Hirstein, Kyle Hill, Logan Hood, Heather Infante, Amir Jefferson, Joe Jones, Cody Judge, Sanjana Kushali, Jake Quinton, Emma Law, Aubrey Lenhard, Nick Lewis, Isama Lopez, William Lucy, Guadalupe Luna, Ariana Marsh, Michelle Meehan, Megan Mohan, Taylor Morris, Brianna Odez, Aaron Osborne, Isabella Porcoloso, Olivia Puga, Adam Sadlon, Brooke Swinger, Ryan Shear, Thomas Spinner, Logan Tate, Jada Thornton, Kendall Yao, Alexander Zarshisny, and Zachary Zarshisny.
Our STAR chapter recipient is Sarah Ashmore. Sarah has participated in many leadership workshops, practiced with many CDE teams, and has continued to grow her personal development throughout the year. I'm so excited to see where your FFA journey will take you. Congratulations.
Although this year's state convention was modified for our safety, it was still a success for Northern Burlington's chapter. State FFA degrees are rewarded to members who have previously received their chapter degree, have had 2 years of active FFA membership, SAE earnings and investments of at least $1,000 or at least 300 unpaid hours working for your SAE outside of class time, have demonstrated great leadership abilities, have participated in at least 5 FFA activities above chapter level, as well as acquired a satisfactory scholastic record. Northern Burlington's FFA state degree recipients are Emily Sadlon, Kayleen Kolash, and Jake Dotson.
Next, we will hear from our 2019 to 2020 New Jersey FFA State Vice President Owen Donnelly.
Hi Northern Burlington, thank you for having me speak. I am super excited to celebrate all the accomplishments that your chapter has made this year. Whether that be small local activities like the barbecue chicken event you hold with your local fire company, or large national events like, traveling to National Convention in Indianapolis, it's easy to say that your chapter has truly embodied this year's theme of your story, your legacy. When you think of a story, we tend to think about movies, TV shows, books, etc. However, when we talk about these, we don't normally discuss the choices that these characters make and how that actively shapes their story and helps them form their legacy. For instance, in one of my favorite movies, a war breaks out, and men from all over the country are drafted into the military. One girl notices that her father isn't fit to serve in the military, and she chooses to run away and volunteer in his place. Now, this is something that is kind of unheard of, because it's actually illegal for women to serve in the military. So she's forced to hide her true identity as she serves. With the help of a horse, a cricket, and a talking dragon, she is able to save both her emperor and her country. When she returns home, she is considered a war hero and is bestowed with the highest honors possible by both her family and her government. By now, some of us may have realized I'm a pretty big fan of Mulan. But honestly, why wouldn't you be? The choices that she makes in the movie dictates an amazing story that she tells, and that creates a lasting legacy. One of my favorite things about that isn't necessarily the movie. Don't get me wrong, the movie's pretty good. One of my favorite things is that it's actually based on a true Chinese legend. Mulan was a real person who actually joined the military and actually saved all of China. Because of this, she has a legacy that remains a valid and relevant source of feminism thousands of years later. And similarly to Mulan, each of us have the opportunity to make choices that help us tell an amazing story and leave a legacy, both in our organization and in our lives. Am I saying that we are all going to fall in love with a dashingly handsome prince while sword fighting the Huns? No, I'm not saying that. That was Mulan's story. We have our own unique one. But that's okay. As this year, as a chapter and as a state, we have experienced competitions, leadership events, and yes, we even went through a global pandemic together. Although toward the end, it seemed that things were kind of difficult, we worked hard to continue our story through going to online conferences, workshops, competitions, and even tuning in for the first ever virtual New Jersey FFA convention. These choices will be something that will be remembered for all of New Jersey FFA history. We will all be remembered for all of New Jersey FFA history. But just because that happened and the school year is ending doesn't mean that our story is over or that our legacy is set in stone. To the underclassmen listening, take another ag class, try a new CDE, go to a new conference. Do things that you're interested in. To the seniors, look where you can make a difference in your community. This could include joining a college club or volunteering in your town. I also hear that the New Jersey FFA alumni is always looking for new members. So, that's something to consider. Regardless of our age or our past, we all have the opportunity to create new experiences that leave a lasting impact. When Mulan joined the military, she made choices that changed the world. We need to think about how we want to change the world. What choices are you going to make in your life to be that positive change? How do you want to be remembered by others? Make the choices that create an amazing story and leave a legacy to be remembered.
Each month, one member is chosen as the Member of the Month. These students have shown extraordinary work in their supervised agricultural experiences, in their ag classes, or within the chapter. This year's Members of the Month are September, Isabella Percoloso, October, Brianna Odaz, November, Lexi Enger, December, Sarah Ashmore, and January, Cody West. Congratulations.
This year's Member of the Year has helped out a lot in the past school year, from helping with our farm fair booths to going to leadership conferences and going to national convention with the officer team. This member has also helped out with various fundraisers such as the Krispy Kreme fundraiser and cutting greens for our winter sales fundraiser, which was selling wreaths. This year's Member of the Year is Brianna Odaz.
This year, the Northern Burlington FFA Chapter had 4 members selected as State Members of the Month. These students were September, Abby Goodenough, October, Heather Infante, November, Nick Brewer, and December, Lexi Enger. Congratulations to these members.
Last summer, the Northern Burlington FFA Chapter competed in 2 events for summer CDEs, Safe Tractor Driving and Dairy Handling. For Safe Tractor Driving, Devin Kolash was awarded the silver pin, and Nick Brewer and Andrew McFarland were awarded certificates. For Dairy Handling, Kayleen Kolash was awarded a silver pin, and Kayleen Kelly was awarded a certificate.
In the fall, members have the opportunity to compete in 4 different CDEs. The first one being Fruits and Vegetables Identification. We had a team of 4 go and represent Northern. Emily Salbon placed 4th individual, Nick Lewis placed 17th, Lexi Enger placing 33rd, and Ryan Shearer placing 37th. Overall, the team placed 6th. For milk quality and products, Owen Murray placed 31st, Brendan Ryak placed 38th, Sam Tartaglia placed 41st, and Jason Tiger placed 48th. Overall, the team placed 10th. Surf management, we have Nick Brewer placing 1st, Chris Doria placing 19th, Adam Salbon placing 20th, and Brianna Odaz placing 25th. Overall, the team placed 4th. For land judging, Kayleen Kolash placed 14th, Erin Osborne placed 18th, Abby Goodenough placed 23rd, and Larissa Dawson placed 37th. Overall, the team placed 7th. Congratulations, everyone.
For this year's winter CDEs, unfortunately, our nursery team were not able to compete due to COVID-19 and everything shutting down, but we are looking forward to competing and practicing next year in these 2 winter CDE competitions.
This year, the Meat Evaluation and Technology team placed 4th altogether. On the team was Abby Goodenough and Kayleen Kolash. Congratulations.
Career development events prepare students with their future in agriculture with an opportunity to apply skills they have learned in ag-related classrooms in a competitive format. The following members competed in agriculture technology and mechanical systems and obtained a team score of 563.5. Mason Buckaloo ranking 1st, Nick Lewis ranking 6th, Patrick Ivanko ranking 7th, Brian Shearer ranking 9th. Northern Burlington's FFA chapter also competed in dairy cattle evaluation with a team consisting of 4 members. Abby Goodenough and Kayleen Kolash both ranking 1st, Jake Dodson ranking 10th, and Emily Sadlon ranking 11th. The team had a combined team score of 1,009.
FFA members had the unique opportunity to participate in virtual Pennsylvania Day career development events. The Food Science and Technology team finished 4th, with team member being Maya Taniqua Brown. The Livestock Evaluation CDE team finished 1st, with Emily Sadlon receiving gold, Jake Dodson receiving silver, and team members being Abby Goodenough and Kayleen Kolash. Congratulations.
This year was the first ever virtual New Jersey FFA State Convention. The sessions were attendable via YouTube Premiere. This year, our 2 delegates were Brianna Odaz and Lexi Enger. Our chapter placed 2nd in the Ag Awareness Contest and silver for National Chapter. Lexi Enger won 1st place in the Creed Speaking event, and Kayleen Kolash, Emily Sadlon, and Jake Dodson all received their state degrees. Emily Sadlon served on the nominating committee and was able to announce the 2020-21 state officer team. Jake Dodson was elected as state parliamentarian, Kayleen Kolash, state reporter, Alexis Hudson, state secretary, and Abby Goodenough, state vice president. Jake Dodson won state star in ag placement, Kayleen Kolash won proficiency in equine science, and Abby Goodenough won proficiency in beef production. Emily Sadlon participated in the Teach Ag Signing Day event. Nick Brewer, Lexi Enger, Heather Infante, and Abby Goodenough were all recognized as members of the month, and Abby Goodenough was recognized as Member of the Year. Alexis Hudson, Abby Goodenough, Caitlin Quinn, Jamie Specca were all awarded scholarships. Congratulations to everyone who participated in state convention this year. Next, we will hear from Jamie Specca, past state president and this year's national officer candidate.
What a year it has been for Northern Burlington FFA. Congratulations on having 4 state officers. All 4 of our candidates got elected to state office, so congratulations to them. We've had career and leadership development winners this year. It has been quite the year, and I'm so proud to say that I come from Northern Burlington FFA. I visited just about half of the chapters in New Jersey. That's 16-ish chapters that I've been to, and they're all different. They are so vastly different, and each program is so unique to itself, but Northern FFA still sticks out in my head as being a successful program and one of my favorites, and not just because that's where I come from, but like I said, I couldn't be more proud to be from any other chapter. As we know, I am New Jersey FFA's national officer candidate this year, and I'm so proud to be representing Northern when I go out to national convention and throughout this whole journey. I've been involved with FFA for 8 years now, and I can say that in my time in Northern, I know we didn't have a national officer candidate, so it's been almost a decade at least. I'm not sure how far the records go back before we've had a national officer candidate before me, but I couldn't be more excited to represent you at National Convention this year. I hope I can make us all proud. I've started my journey in preparing and practicing for National Convention, so I guess we'll see how it goes. But like I said, I'm so proud and excited that I have such a supportive chapter behind my back this whole time, and I can't wait to see all the great things that Northern FFA accomplishes within this next year and beyond. I couldn't be more proud to be from Northern. Congratulations on a great year, and I can't wait to see where the future leads you.
On behalf of the entire Northern Burlington FFA chapter, I would like to thank all parents of FFA members. Thank you for being so patient when meetings may run late, or always making sure we have rides to CDE practices. Without you, our chapter would not be nearly as successful as it is today. Thank you to all faculty and staff for allowing us to use facilities for meetings and petting zoo, and always making sure our ag program at Northern Burlington is thriving. As we said before, the advisors have been our greatest role models and support system throughout this year. The officer team would now like to take this time to recognize each advisor individually.
Ms. Hamilton, I would like to say thank you for all the help and how supportive you were during the school year and how you still are during online learning. Whether it was me doing cartwheels out at nationals or me coming into your classroom first period, talked about how I wanted to start a tractor pulling team for the high school. You were always there encouraging me no matter what, even though some of my ideas were super crazy and out there. You were always telling me to be safe and not to do these crazy ideas. But no matter what, you were always supporting me and helping me through everything I'd say and do. And during my year as an officer, you would help me with different ideas and come up with different ideas to help out the chapter. Thank you.
Mr. Hayes, from my freshman year until now, you have always been the most supportive, understanding, and trustworthy teacher and mentor I've ever had throughout my entire academic career. Words can hardly express how thankful I am for your constant guidance and for your consistent demonstration of leadership skills. I'm thankful for your support and encouraging me to explore all the endless possibilities agriculture has to offer. I'm thankful for the time when you understood my reasons why I wasn't ready for a trip to nationals just yet. And I'm thankful for every time I've gotten to come to you with my everyday complaints, concerns, and struggles, and always being the best listener. Thank you for all that you do for our chapter and for our lives. Thank you for always rewarding my efforts and never letting them go unnoticed. Thank you for your successful attempts in regards to preparing your students for their future and everything it has in store for them. Although your younger students may not realize it now, but we all know that you've got their backs. Thank you for your dedication to our chapter and always being sure to provide fundraising opportunities so our chapter and incoming members can grow and prosper. Thank you for being the only one to understand my odd plant obsession and always teaching me new ways to grow new types of plants, only adding more fuel to the fire. From healing friendships to healing a mistreated plant or turf grass, your guidance will forever be remembered and cherished. Thank you for all that you do.
Miss Stamp, there are not enough ways for me to express my gratitude to you for everything you have done for me these last 3 years. I had the privilege of being one of your first students here at Northern. From the moment you got here, you dove headfirst into not only your teaching position, but also your role as our advisor. You sat with me for hours on end, scrolling from line to line of my 6 to 8 and helping me prepare. You have coached me in many CDEs, teaching me to win outside of my comfort zone. You have always been someone that I can go to for advice, a laugh, or even a rant. Especially when you once threatened to give me detention with Mr. DiNucci for parking my scooter in the wrong spot. I'm really going to miss you next year, and I can't say thank you enough for everything you've ever done for me.
Mr. DiNucci, I had a hard time deciding where to start. You always bring intellectual thoughts, funny jokes, and of course, sarcasm to the meeting tables. Your dedication to the chapter never goes unnoticed, and we all wanted to thank you for everything you do. From setting up cleanings to getting more member involvement, you do a lot for the chapter. Spending countless hours after school with us is not easy, but you willingly donate your time and energy so we can accomplish everything we have to. By engaging the younger members with the animals and in the greenhouses, it sparks their interest and makes for a better year with more member involvement. Your constant support and pushing for all of us to do the best we can is appreciated. I have finally found another person to talk about everything goats with, and wanted to personally thank you for letting me talk for hours about them. Our super cool handshake will also never be forgotten. Thank you for the countless sarcastic comments and for the support and dedication to our chapter.
Miss Hamilton, although I never personally had you as a teacher, you are one great advisor. Your smile and humor is what I would always look forward to when walking through your door. Thank you for always looking out for members as well as myself. As an ag educator and advisor, you'd always keep students on track, telling them to do this and that. Personally, I'd like to thank you for pushing me in this way to do my best in FFA and achieve my goals.
Mr. Hayes, I just want to thank you for being an advisor. You've helped me through a lot, especially becoming less shy and more open as a person. You're very influential to me, and you're definitely on my resume as a contact.
Miss Stant, despite never being officially enrolled in any of your classes, I still managed to basically take a couple of them. So thank you for adopting me as an honorary student. You were always there for me when I came into your room with that look on my face, whether it be through letting me beat up a piece of scrap metal, or making me laugh with the daily puns, or even just listening. Throughout my time with you at Northern, I've always been able to come to you for help or advice, and you were always so willing to do everything you could to help me. Also, you have a great taste in music and have helped my Spotify playlist be the best it could be. Most importantly, thank you for caring. You take pride in your work, and it's clear that you do everything possible to see your students succeed. I can't thank you enough for helping make my time in FFA great. Thank you, Miss Stant.
Throughout the year, many people, groups, and organizations have supported our FFA chapter. We would now like to recognize these supporters and thank them for their generous support that helps us achieve chapter goals. Thank you to the Burlington County Fairgrounds for allowing us to host our very own FFA tent each year at the fair and allowing us to advocate for agriculture and FFA. Chesterfield Christmas Tree Farm and Infante Farms for donating greens for our annual holiday fundraiser. With the greens, the chapter was able to make holiday wreaths and grow blankets, as well as use extra materials in floriculture classes. The Burlington County Board of Ag, thank you for inviting us to your annual dinner and always supporting the Northern Burlington FFA chapter.
This year, we have 3 graduating senior officers. They have done a tremendous job of leading our chapter and our officer team. They have all dedicated so much time and effort to the FFA, and they would now like to present their retiring addresses. Thank you, Kayleen, Jake, and Abby, for your year of service.
These last 4 years have been one wild spaceship adventure, as I would say. I can remember my first day at Northern like it was yesterday. I was a new girl who walked into the shop and loudly announced, "Mr. Hagar, I made it." Just because I could talk in class, though, didn't mean I had confidence in the FFA. I remember my first chapter meeting. It was the October meeting. For those of you who don't know, our October meeting is a fan favorite. Everyone dresses up in their Halloween costumes, and we all carve pumpkins together afterwards. For me, sitting there for the first time, though, felt like I had joined a cult. Especially when we were asked, FFA members, why are we here? And everyone knew what to say, but me. I remained timid, afraid to get involved, until I wanted to bring my ducks to school. After FFA week and petting zoo, I was hooked. I never imagined my time in this jacket would be as meaningful as it is to me and filled with as many memories as it is. 4 state conventions, 2 national conventions, 1 Big E, and many more CDE competitions and leadership workshops. This jacket has taken me all over and taught me more lessons than I ever expected, including how to cook bacon on an iron. Who would have thought that when I walked into my first FFA meeting, that the girl who was dressed as her brother Dylan for Halloween, would later become one of my very best friends and hallway nap buddy. Or the weird kid in my history class would soon become one of my go-to concert buddies and a person I know I can always lean on. Abby and Jake, thank you for getting through these last 4 years with me and always being there to pick me up, no matter how hard I might fall or break myself. Lex, you are the strongest person I know. Thank you for always encouraging me and believing in me, even when I couldn't. I couldn't ask for a better best friend. Last, but certainly not least, Mom, Dad, and Devin. Mom and Dad, you believed in this organization and this school enough to send both of your kids 20 miles away for school so that we could pursue our passions. I cannot thank the three of you enough for driving me or waiting on me, being an ear to listen, and no matter how crazy my idea may be, you guys have always supported me in everything I do. Last, thank you Northern and this chapter and its members for an amazing 4 years. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see all that you guys will continue to do in the years to come.
From my first middle school FFA experience to my last high school one, my time in FFA has been life-changing. From being a shy young kid who would nearly break down if you mentioned the words public speaking to him, to becoming a young agriculturalist who faces problems head-on. You might be shocked if I told you that kid was once me. FFA has helped me in so many ways, from advancing my passions for agriculture, giving me the confidence to speak in front of many different people, as well as allowed me to grow as a leader. If I hadn't known about Northern's Choice Student Program, I would not have had the amazing opportunities I have been given and might even still be that shy young kid today. I want to thank the organization and all the supporters and family I have come to greatly know and love for ultimately shaping me for who I am today.
If you had asked me in 7th grade at my first ever FFA meeting where I'd be at the end of my senior year, I would have never even thought that I would be standing up here delivering my last words as chapter president. Despite always showing a love and passion for agriculture, it took a few pushes and maybe some shoves to get me involved enough with FFA to become an active member and an officer. FFA has given me so many unique opportunities, but not until I finally jumped in, got involved, and made the best out of my time in the organization. I've developed my supervised agricultural experience, and I'm on the right path to my intended career in beef production. I've traveled across the state to Massachusetts and even to Indianapolis for Big E and National Convention and many other activities. I've developed my abilities to speak and advocate, which was something that I already loved doing, just didn't know how to do so professionally. But the biggest thing I've learned along the way is that opportunities aren't just going to bump into you walking down the street. You have to work hard, get out of your comfort zone, and encourage others to do so along the way. With that being said, thank you to my advisors, administration, friends, parents, and brothers for always pushing me to be the best I can be. Without you, I would not be up here right now. Mr. Secretary, do you have a record of any further business which should now be transacted?
I have none, Madam President.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should properly come before this meeting? We are about to adjourn the 60th award ceremony of the Northern Burlington FFA Chapter. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, join me in a salute to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I now declare this award ceremony adjourned.